I think
it matters.
the linebackers, it really matters to them. Because basically, the coaches are saying, you guys suck. I don't like you.
I think they're going to have to play meaningful snaps in this preseason game. Are you going to take the world away from it? Probably not. Hey, you're doing these things I like in practice, and you're doing these things I don't like in practice. Show me what you're doing on the field.
Oh my God! We need a backup quarterback. We should have drafted Malik Wood.
Terry Calvin Shepard says that Derrick Barnes is coming soon. He's reportedly taken that next step in practice. The coaches are really liking what they've seen out of him. Derrick Barnes last year is somebody that got a lot of praise in the preseason. A lot of high hopes for him. Not to be a standout stud player, but be somebody that could contribute. And he showed some flashes. And you never really saw the development you were hoping for. And you haven't seen it yet. But for now, takeaways for me, the interior line and the linebackers. I want to see improvement.
I think the thing I want to see most is all 5 offensive linemen walk off that field in one piece. They're not limping. They don't have a bad knee. They don't have a bad elbow. They don't have a toothache. Nothing. They walk out 100%. So in other words, maybe I'd have them, because you have to have cohesion on the offensive line. I understand that. Maybe one series and then get them off the field. So I think that's very important, because according to who you believe, this offensive line should be the strength of the Detroit Lions, and you have to protect your assets. If somebody gets injured in week 2 or 3, you can't help that. But there's no need for somebody to get jacked up now. So that, to me, that's the most important thing. And really, the most interesting thing is Blau versus Boyle. But once again, once they settle that, who's going to be back up, don't want to see that guy again.
Yeah, I don't want to hear their names
a ghost
for the rest of the season. Yeah, I'm with you, Terry. I'm with you on that. One of the things I've noticed recently, at least from watching Pittsburgh in preseason games, you should expect the interior line and really the defensive front to have a pretty solid half. Pittsburgh's offensive line is questionable, suspect at times. The run game isn't all that. So Pittsburgh isn't going to blow you away, and if you go out and get gashed by Pittsburgh, man, that's gonna be pretty damning. Yes, it's a preseason game, but for that first half, if you're gonna go out and get gashed by Pittsburgh, not a good look, bro. Not a good look, Terry.
Not a good look, and I'm sure I'll bitch about it, but I won't panic. Won't panic at all, because sometimes guys know that they've got a position sewn up, and sometimes they're just playing to stay healthy. Once again, they won't admit to you, but they play like that. They go into a game and say, okay, I'm a vet. I just want to be healthy. And so sometimes you're going to see teams get gashed, but if you have the same scenario in week 4 or 5, you won't see the same thing happening, because now that player's focused. Now I'm not playing just to stay healthy. I'm playing because I think this team can make the playoffs. I'm playing because I know the dude opposite me is not as good, and I'm going to show my coaches that. I'm playing now because these are my 53 brothers, and my 53 brothers want to win. So do I. So we're in lockstep. So now you got 80 dudes, and these are all not your brothers. So there's a different mentality out there. For some, not every player, but some guys. I mean, the guys that really ball out might be the ones that are fighting for position, fighting for to make a salary, fighting for. Those are the guys that are most dangerous in preseason games like this. If I got everything sewn up, well, I got to show you what I can do.
Well, I think
I'm still a line from you. Forget you. I don't need you. I don't care what you think about me. But if I'm fighting for a position, I got to show Adam that I can ball out, because it's important. Because my coaches believe and Adam believes I may have a job and I might make $1 million this year.
Would you agree, though, on defense?
Now, you trying to get me some way, somehow to say how important this game is.
No.
It ain't working.
No. What I'm trying to get you to at least agree with me on is that defensively, everything you said has to be thrown out the window. They have to show up on defense because they are playing to prove something. They're playing for potentially a starting position. Fair or not fair?
The linebackers are.
The linebackers, I would say interior, who's going to get a majority of the snaps? How much are they going to rotate? I think there is something to play for. In the secondary, I want to believe it's pretty locked up at this point. I don't think that's changing. So, maybe that you have a case for. On offense, I agree. There's no reason to do anything spectacular. Play, get off the field healthy. You want to have a top 3, top 5 offensive line. You want to keep the backs healthy. St. Brown, DJ Chark, we know the crew. The offense, I'm not worried about, Derrick. But defensively, I think they're going to have to play meaningful snaps in this preseason game. Are you going to take the world away from it? Probably not. But at least for the coaches, hey, you're doing these things I like in practice, and you're doing these things I don't like in practice. Show me what you're doing on the field. I think it matters.
The linebackers, it really matters to them. Because basically, the coaches are saying, you have told the world, you guys suck. I don't like you. So now at some point, you got to prove to them that I'm okay. If you're Barnes, I'm a player you can depend on. And I'm going to show you. That's what you try to do. It's probably not going to happen, but you have to try to show that. The interior line, I don't worry that much about it because defensive linemen are fat. And so they're going to get rotated anyway. And so you're gonna play a lot anyway. You're going to sit a lot too because the guys are fat and they get tired. And so that's one of the positions where people are shuffling in and out all the time. You just don't want to be that guy that's not getting shuffled in.
The last point I'll make about the preseason, and you brought it up earlier. Outside of linebackers, the most important thing you'll watch on Sunday, they're the backups. And like you said, I don't want to hear about them after Sunday. I want them to disappear in the abyss. But Terry, am I wrong to say, and Braylon Edwards, who had his off-brand looking like Cam Newton yesterday, I don't know if you caught him on the show. He had his whole big old hat. Whatever. I didn't want to make a comment on it. Anyways, Braylon, Ryan, and Maz, I love you guys, but sorry. I won't say this on your show because I got to respect your show, but bitch, this is my show. I say whatever the hell I want. So, you guys sitting up there,
Oh my God! We need a backup quarterback! We need a backup quarterback! We needed to trade. No, we should have drafted Malik Willis.
You still on that.
dude.
You can't forgive them?
I can't forgive them, no, because I was standing in the booth yesterday. I was doing audio for them. I was helping out. And they were talking about the backup quarterback position like it was so integral and how all the good teams need to have a good backup quarterback. And, this team, the Bills have a backup. The Chiefs. And I'm just standing there disappointed because, and tell me if I'm wrong, Terry, but last I checked, at any point in a season, if your quarterback goes down and you're relying on your backup to win you or carry you through the end of the season and the playoffs, you're done for. You're no longer a contender. Sorry. Yes, Philly's the anomaly. They're the anomaly. It happened once. Congratulations. We're not going to rely on anomalies here. We don't go based on chance. If you're a team, if you're Buffalo, if you're the Rams, Buffalo, the Chiefs, the Broncos, your quarterback goes down, season's probably over. Fair?
It's fair, but you want if you're Buffalo,
you want
or
a guy
Kansas
that can steady
City,
the ship maybe for 3, 4, 5 games,
or 3 or 4 or 5 series.
Maybe
That's all you need him for.
But if your quarterback goes down for the year, it's season over. Yes or no?
Yes.
And
for the
I
most
have
part.
that same attitude with Jared Goff and the Lions. If Jared Goff, God forbid, goes down early in the year, he's done. Your season's over, Detroit. I'm sorry. I don't care who your backup is. Because I do think Goff is the most ready, most understanding of the system, ready to perform with Ben Johnson. Now, can a quality backup win you a few games? Yeah, but he's not going to win you the amount that Jared Goff can win you. I'm not buying into this idea that they need a backup quarterback or that Bailey Zappi, oh my God, man's jerking off on the table for
That's actually
Bailey
Neil.
Zappi.
Bailey Zappi
That's Neil,
can't.
not-
He can't break a piece of paper with his passes. I'm sorry. He can't do that.
Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe. But I hear you, Adam. Guys, again, anomalies. Sample and data points that you can only point to once in the history of the NFL.
Something happened 20 years ago.
Like, what are we doing? How have most teams gotten their franchise quote-unquote quarterbacks? Or, forget that. How many starting quarterbacks in the NFL today were backups that emerged from being backups? Patrick Mahomes? Nope. He was a rookie, sat his first year, took over the starting job. He wasn't a quote-unquote backup.
Right.
Brady was drafted as a quote-unquote backup. You didn't draft him as the quarterback of the future. Now, what he came out to be was amazing. Holy hell. Who could have guessed? Nobody did. Not even the Patriots. What's the argument here? Who cares about the backup? I don't want to hear about the backup.